for our first episode of this female gaze analysis case study, we're going to take a look at Tom Holland, because Tom Holland is one of those guys that the girls go crazy over. He has the female gaze applied very well. So we're going to take a look at exactly how he looks, what he does, like his overall appearance, and how we can apply that to ourselves if we've accidentally applied the male gaze, and you will see the difference it will make in your dating life. Okay, so for our first image, I found this online. I think this is a perfect way to start this video off with, which is a comparison between a clear example of the female gaze on the left and then a clear example of more of a male gaze on the right. What makes this photo female gaze? What makes this photo male gaze? Let's just start with the hair. Now, if you've actually watched my first video that's linked in the pinned comment down below, you will know that I mentioned hair. Okay, so it's important to have a bit of length of hair on top. The girls love this. If we take a look at the hair here on the right hand side, you can see it's a buzz cut. The buzz cut is what I would say to be one of the most hyper masculine hairstyles you can go for. Okay, notice how much older he looks on the right compared to the left. I'd say there's at least a 4-year age difference between these two photos, and that's super crucial. You'll notice with the female gaze, a lot of the guys who apply it, they almost look baby faced. You see, it looks so much younger with the female gaze. A lot of girls like that. A lot of girls don't actually like the more masculine, older looking guy. Okay, so as you can see here as well, on the face, he's clean shaven. Now, if he had stubble or a beard on the photo on the right, he would probably look about 8 years older in the right. Okay, so you just want to pay attention to that as well in terms of applying the female gaze. Your hairstyle is super important. As you can see, that's the only difference in these two photos, is the hairstyle. Okay, that's all he did. If you have a buzz cut or a more masculine hairstyle like Tom Holland has on the right, you just look older. If you have more length on top, it symbolizes youth. Okay, you look younger. Here's another buzz cut photo of Tom Holland. He definitely does not look the best. This is a male gaze hairstyle that he has applied, and it's not his best look. It's just not. So as you can see, also it indicates not a very nice hairline there. I myself have a similar problem with that. So it's very good if you can get the length on top. You can cover up your forehead a bit and it just looks much better. Okay, so moving on to his physique. I will say I think this photo is a little bit edited. I will say that, but what we're going to look at in this photo is the physique that we want to apply in the gym. Like, which muscle groups do we need to accentuate if we want to apply the female gaze to get the beautiful girls that we know we should be getting in our lives, right? Which ones? Because a lot of gym bros who apply the male gaze will tell you that you have to just put on as much mass as possible, get as big as possible, bulk up, you know, bear mode type of physique. But does Tom Holland have this type of physique? No, he doesn't. The muscle groups that he has very clearly emphasized is he's got well-developed shoulders, he's got a well-developed upper chest, and he has that V taper. See? That V taper. And he's got a six-pack. That's good. So he's lean, and because he's lean, his face is also more angular. See how his face comes in a bit, cheekbones popping out. And if we take a look at this photo as well, he is hitting the bag, doing some boxing. Boxing is actually a great sport to develop a very aesthetic physique. But for the most part, it's just these lats. You see the lats, the good definition there. You can see his shoulders are capped. All in all, it's just these aesthetic muscles. And because he's lean, his jawline is popping, yeah? Super important, and his abs, everything. So he's not the biggest guy, but he applies the female gaze. He's aesthetic. This is what the chicks like, okay? And if we take a look here, here's a great example of his hairstyle. See how much better he looks with some length on top compared to being just a buzz cut. He looks 10 times better here. He looks younger, more youthful, just better overall. And another physique photo. As you can see, the delts capped. His chest is looking full. He's got the abs. got that V taper. You see, it's all about the aesthetics. You can see he's not the biggest guy. You can see his arms aren't that big or nothing, but he has the aesthetics. He's built muscles in the right areas. Okay, so let's move on to style, like clothing and stuff. This is actually very important. I see so many guys like that are older than me. They walk around wearing like Batman shirts, and I'm like, what are you doing, bro? If you just put a bit of effort in, you're gonna look good, okay? And something that I've been really experimenting with and liking lately is polo shirts, okay? Now, why polo shirts? Well, let's take a look at this, bro. The way that the polo shirt hugs the arms makes your arms look bigger and more defined, okay? And because it hugs your arms, it makes your shoulders look capped, okay? It accentuates your shoulders a lot, which makes your V taper look even wider, look even more impressive, okay? And that upper chest really fills out that shirt in the front there as well. I would suggest not buttoning up all the way. Maybe leave the top button here undone, and then that would just make your neck look bigger as well, more aesthetic. See how much that would really accentuate the V-taper just that bit more. But yeah, just polo shirts, bro. I'm telling you, they're a game changer. Here's another example of a polo shirt. You see how much bigger his arms look in this? See how capped his shoulders look? See how that it's just hugging the arm, the sleeve? It just makes his arms look a lot fuller, okay? A well-fitted polo goes a long way. So that's going to wrap up this episode of the female gaze analysis. Tom Holland is a great character to model yourself off of. Look at what he does. What's he doing with his hair? Do you have similar hair to his? What would you look like with his hairstyle? Take a look at his style choices in terms of the clothes that he wears. Take a look at his physique. As we've seen, the key muscle groups, the cap delts, the lats, having that accentuated V taper, okay? The aesthetics, that's what you want to go for, alright? This is the female gaze. Notice he doesn't have a big Viking beard. That would apply to the male gaze. Notice how his hair looks. It's nice, it's long, it flows well. This is what the girls like. This is the female gaze, okay? And yes, applying the female gaze does make you look younger. Gives you, maybe if you're baby face, you can actually pull this off a lot better, okay? And you'll notice that if you do apply this, you're going to go from the pain of being constantly rejected by girls to the pleasure of finally getting the girls that you always knew you could get, okay? I can say this with conviction because this is what worked for me, okay? I went through 6 years of self-improvement, and I accidentally ended up applying the male gaze, and then a better version of me who looked hyper masculine thought that he could still pull beautiful women until he tried, and he failed and failed and failed and failed and kept failing. It hurt my confidence, my self-esteem, until I finally realized I need to apply the female gaze. So I lost the beard, went for more of a stubble, and I grew out the hair a bit. Okay? It's essentially the female gaze. I started focusing less on becoming as big as possible in the gym and more about the aesthetics. I finally got the success that I knew that I could get with dating beautiful women, and I have the most beautiful girlfriend now to call my own. She's loving, she's sweet, she's caring, she's feminine, she follows my lead. She's so beautiful, man. And the fact is, I could not attract her if I had my big Viking beard. If I still had the male gaze, I could not have attracted her. So, with all being said, if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more female gaze analysis, comment down below who you would like to see an analysis made on. Make sure you subscribe, like the video to help boost it on the algorithm, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.